Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video about a children's trading card game. Game Ruler Set 3. We have the set list. We had most of the cards already, but the last few have come in today. I've been saving up the last few weeks for the card reveals, English side, Japanese side. We've collated them all. This is going to be the last video going over just initial impressions. The next time I talk about these cards will either be in deck profiles or it will be inside the actual faction reviews, which if you haven't seen any of those, the ones I've done for set 1 and set 2, you can check those out top right hand corner. Thank you Sundar, my Simeon Love supporter. If you want to pick up set 3 product, I am told it is now completely sold out on a distributor level, so you can use my affiliate link in the description. Thank you Triple Sleeve TCG for sponsoring this video. If you want to pick up some boxes, trial decks, anything, help support the channel, really appreciate it. Use that, please. And you're going to need it, because I've got some tasty info, but I'm holding it off. You're going to have to subscribe and hit the bell for my video on Saturday, where I've got some very tasty information about the set for you, but you're going to have to wait for that. Anyway, let's get started with the video. So I'm going to move over here, and I apologise for the absolute state of my room. Battlecry, here we go, it's the first card here. This is an incantation and a historic standard action. It's a level 2, heal 1 life, and as you play this, you may DR 7 if you do heal 1 more. I think this is probably the worst card in the set, and arguably one of the worst cards in the game. Outside of some very, very specific heal-focused Overlord builds, I can think of the only real use here. Or if historic / incantation becomes some sort of relevant thing. I don't know why you would ever, yes, okay, it doesn't have counter, but, it's a level 2 to heal 1. DR 7? 7? There's even yeah, okay, I understand it's DR5 because you heal 2 of the ones you just DR'd. I get it. And if you're playing a deck that is so focused on just abusing DR and constantly unflipping your DRs, I get it. Sure. But would you really want to be using 7 DR on this? No. No, you wouldn't. Especially in some of the cards we're going to be seeing that are other ways you could spend that DR. Absolutely not. I think this card is atrociously bad. But it is number 69, so that means it's at least a 3 out of 10. Next, we've got Bronze Star. This is a military medal, support for the starter deck stuff, which of course we're getting in English now. Is an instant action. It can also be played directly from your hand. I'm seeing that a lot of these Atlas events. Atlas just gets to vibe with a hand, to be honest. During your attack phase, put one level 1 or lower. Put one level 2 or lower. I can read. Put one level 2 or lower military cards you have in play to the graveyard. Special summon one military card from your damage zone of the same or lower level as that card. And if you do, put this to your damage zone and draw 1. I don't know why it says draw 1. This was perfectly fine without adding in the draw 1 bit, but now this is just a level 1 that just lets you straight keep going. Military is a very, very versatile trait. There's a lot of military cards. So you can imagine in the red-blue military deck that will inevitably exist, you just sack your level 2s with this and just keep going. This is really, really strong. Yeah, especially because you have blue, so you have a lot of ways to untap energy. Lucifer, Midas Businessman card, I forget the name of that. There's a lot of ways that you can do it. So yeah, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good card. I'm a big fan. Next, Wonderverse 4-star. We did all see this already, but I am going to talk about it again because it's very much been recontextualized by all of the reveals since then. We saw this really early on. So this is the English version of Cobra, and I think ours is way better, to be honest. So this is Dash Jordan, Space Adventurers, as a warrior, superhero, and a future folk. I'm not sure if this is a Luke Skywalker reference, if this is a Flash Gordon reference. It seems like kind of both. Like a fusion of the two, which is pretty cool. It's a 3/3/2, so stats are, it's got 2 strikes, so that's fine. It's a level 2 with counter, so of course, Trickster. Counter is Giant Killer, choose a level 3 enemy unit and destroy it, so obviously that's a pretty decent counter. In the nick of time, while you have 3 or less life left, this costs 1 to normal summon and has Sentinel summoning. So instant, this is really, really nice to be able to just get defensive tools. and TD and OD, twin ray guns, choose an enemy unit and deal 3 damage to it. So this is kind of sick. Like, this comes in at instant timing, like when you're near the end of the game, deals damage, disrupts, and of course, you know, during the early course of the game, you can actually use this to generally just damage is like it has 6 attack, you know, ping things off, which is really, really nice. Don't sleep on like 3 damage. It is hitting a lot of the more annoying, like disruptive things, whilst it isn't hitting big targets. It is hitting some small things, and you know the counter is versatile in that it's a really nice trickster, can be used for other stuff. I think this card is really, really, really solid. Next, we've got your Imagine Front Doctrine. This is a martial skill, tactics, so loads of synergies there. I think I'll be talking about some of this in a little bit, but yes, there are synergies there. Standard action, choose one ally warrior or military unit against 1 attack, 1 HP, and defender until the end of the turn. I'm not sure how I feel about this. The giving something defender is really nice, but I do feel like I don't know how necessary this is. Like, a lot of the stuff you want to play like naturally has defender. So yeah, I mean, this is nice. Giving something extra attack can potentially help, but just hit over that little hurdle. In, you know, the fact that you can directly set this from various areas is really solid. So this is probably decent, but I actually have no idea. We'll really need to test it out. Here we have Masashi Amanogawa, the Galactic Samurai. This is one of my absolute favourite arts in the game. This is bloody incredible. Yeah, this is yeah, it's a warrior, superhero future folk, so great traits. Level 2 with TD and OD. Slice and dice, choose one enemy unit and destroy it. So, you know, that level 3 that lets you play future folk and stuff, and suddenly this is another card that's making that really good. I think this is one of the best legends in the game, by the way. And then, so, by the way, this is a 5/5/3 level 2, so at the moment, this is literally just Captain Liberty, but, sorry, not Captain Liberty, this is literally Captain OMG, but strictly better. No counter, and a level less. And believe me, the no counter is actually, like, even the traits are the same, right? So, like, this is just kind of better than Captain OMG. But this also has the last bonsai. When you are directly attacked and you have 2 or less life, you may remove this card from your hand or in play from the game. If you do, deal 2 damage to your opponent. This is not like a once per game sort of. Well, okay, actually it is, it's a legend. But the point is, this can be a thing that, like, you just have it in your hand and your opponent goes, all right, swing for game, and like it's really close and you just go, do I win now? And sometimes you might just win. Which is kind of sick. So yeah, this card is really, really, really nice. I absolutely think this is one of the best legends in the game. I'm a massive fan. Wonderverse is so stacked for legends, it's insane. Next, we've got Spell of Mental Destruction. Instant timing, negate an ability of an enemy unit. Then that unit uses all its abilities until the start of the next turn. This is level 1. Seems really good in Wizard, kind of shit and everything else just because it's a level 1. This is a very powerful effect. Like, it negates anything. Deal with Lucifer. Deals with Lucifer. There we go. That's the only reason you need to hear. But obviously, you know, it's any ability. TD, OD, non-attributed, counter as well, probably. Yeah, sick card. Next, we've got Autonomous Patrol Sky Trooper Seidan. This is a military and a robotic, 5/5/2, level 2. Great stats on a level 2. Tactical analysis, standard action, DR4, tactics, technology, or military. So you're starting to see that sort of synergy there. Your opponent chooses one of the set cards and puts the rest of the other sets into the graveyard. This is unlikely to be super useful because by nature of there being so much of this around, people probably aren't going to be playing a huge number of sets. But again, if they are, this is a really nice option to have. And if this is in your attack zone, any combat damage dealt to you becomes 0. Bye-bye, Honui Kazuchi. You are dead and gone. This card is so much better. Like, yeah, okay, I don't have removal for, like, damage, but 0, yeah, this is sick. This is really, really, really good. This is really, 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 really good. Next, we've got Sky Trooper Type 1 Shiden. This is another military robotic, so I'm gassed to build this deck. It looks really fun. Level 2 counter. So it's a 5/4/1, so reasonable attack stats, kind of shitty strike, but you'll see why. You may choose one tactics or technology event level 1 or less in your graveyard and set it. So suddenly this recontextualizes like the entire card pool. Any tactics or technology. Now it's like, okay, well, do I want to play this just to get it? Counter ones are kind of more valuable because they're really easy to get into the grave. Anyway, that's good. It has defender, which is nice. And then emergency response. Standard action, DR3, military, or robotic. Special summon this from your grave. Pretty good. That's pretty fucking good. Yeah, this is sick. Really, really solid card. I'm a massive fan. Very splashable as well. Just like a 5/4 that has defender. Like this is basically Captain Liberty, but with counter and one less strike. And honestly, the counter arguably makes it like Captain Liberty should have had counter in my opinion, because the amount of times it just gets stuck in damage is really frustrating. Like Captain Liberty should have had counter. Just I don't know, draw one. That would have been fine. Like yeah, I think this is a great card. Shot from the Heavens. This is a wind, light, magic counter. Put this into your field zone. Instant action. Choose one of the following. Choose one of your opponent. Choose one card your opponent has in play and send all its charges to the graveyard. Or choose up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard and remove them from the game. When this is put from play into the graveyard, draw 1. So, all right, let's talk about this card. This card is ridiculous. So it cycles. So immediately, this is arguably like just an instant 4 of. Like it cycles, right? On top of the fact that it's a card that essentially it's CNT draw 1 with bonuses, right? It's a level 1 to draw 1, and then either you sack charges. There's not a great deal of stuff in the meta running around with charges, but you know, this is a future-proofed effect in the sense that like if there ever is, you have this. But more importantly, choose up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard and remove from the game. What is this immediately going to absolutely fuck over? Darkness, Captain Liberty, Robotic in that other reviver, zombies, like anything that targets stuff in the drop. Like they proc an effect. Now, granted, so there's been an errata as the day of this recording. You don't choose stuff anymore. You just like you don't target stuff. Like do it. You sort of choose that resolution what you're choosing. So you can't like your opponent. So you can't go like declare abyss summon, and your opponent goes like, "What are you abyss summoning?" No, you say, "Is it okay?" Then you do it. But that being said, if your opponent has like 3 targets in their graveyard to abyss summon, they go, "Okay, I declare abyss summon." You go, "All right, fine. I'll banish the Rex and the other good target." Calm. Or like you just keep like at the end of the day, banishing those sort of targets is gonna be helpful, even if you can't immediately deal with a disruption. Like it's still helpful. It's still gonna actively hinder them, and you still can if they only have certain options. Like you can still like get rid of the best ones they have access to. So yeah, this card is nuts. Super fucking good. Next, Dun Stallion, the Space Pegasus. So this is a 3/3/1, kind of shit stats, level 1. When this deals damage to your opponent, you may DR7. Okay. If you do, choose one unit that has Cosmic Relic and Robotic from your deck and special summon it. So I think that's like Grand Meza, Goldizer, that sort of stuff. And cards that have Space Arthur in their names can be normal summoned from your set zone. So you can normal summon the original Space Arthur. I don't think this is particularly good. Yeah, maybe it'll be better in the future. Yes, it's fine. Maybe this deck will be a thing. Great art, but maybe this deck will be a thing. I thought this was a Yu Cheng Hong illustration though. It did strike me as one. Next, we've got Exo Armor Trooper Yuhi. This is a military robotic 3/3/1, same stats. OD, choose one tactical technology event at level 2 or less from your deck and set it. And it has breakthrough. So this is an interesting card. Probably quite nice in like Dreadnought or something, maybe. Or obviously, quite nice in... It's just nice in any drive-based deck. It sets something from deck fundamentally, that's going to be good. But, yeah, stats are kind of shit. It's like it doesn't really... Like, I'd want to play a robotic deck in a hand-based deck to like combo and stuff and like have agency. So I'm not sure how good this is going to be. Maybe it'll be really strong. I have no idea. Yeah, seems okay. Zombie Slugger. This is a level 1 TD OD zombie, 3/1/1. The TD OD is full swing, choose one enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it, and then pinch hitter, instant action, you can normal summon this from hand, and it cannot be placed in the defensive zone. So this is an interesting card. You can extend your aggro with this. It's only 1 strike, but it's like it's 5 attack. So, for example, your opponent can... So for example, you attack with one of your side unit, and your opponent checks a Cat Sith. So they with counter, put it to defensive zone. You go, okay, fine, Zombie Slugger, summon this, and I'm going to swing into your Cat Sith to kill it. As an option. Your opponent might use the new Cheshire Cat, call that center, you can pinch hitter, summon this, and then kill the cat with the burn 2. And of course, this is a TDOD that's going to scale with the burn buffers. So, if this is a burn 3, that's a lot better, burn 4, burn 5, burn 6. Theoretically possible, unlikely to hit it in a game, but yeah, this card's pretty decent. I'm not sure how good it's going to be in the Atlas strategy, like in the zombie strategy itself, but It's a decent card. Seems a bit more generic in its utility. But yes, not bad. Next, we've got Steel Genie Gytron. This is a Deity Earth Beast. Counter if you have 4 or less life left, heal 1. Okay. Discount if you're playing this from your hand, you may remove 2 Earth cards in your graveyard from the game as many times as you wish. For each you do, reduce the cost of playing this by 1. So if you banish 6, this is free. Interesting. If you banish 4, this is 1. One of those two is going to be the relevant one there. That's very nice. This is a 5/5/3. Big boy stats. TD and OD, your opponent chooses one of their set cards and puts the rest of their sets into the graveyard. That's pretty good. And standard action, DR1 Earth, deal 1 damage to all enemy units. So this can board wipe any level. You know, the DRs are very versatile. Earth is a thing that heals a shit ton anyway, so like it's actually fine in terms of like DR like costs. And you can discount play this for like super cheap. Yeah, it just seems very stonks, to be honest. I think this is a great card. Pretty fucking great, like, final boss for the Earth strategy. Wasn't super strong in set 2, but I think it could be a very viable option in set 3. Maybe going with Beast or something. Next, we have got Suppressor Mage. Oh, man. So this is a Guild and a Future Folk, level 2. 5/4/2, great stats. Interference Crystal, standard action, DR3, choose 1 card in your opponent's damage zone and flip it face down. So this is very interesting. Generally, this is just going to be like a disruptive sort of deal, like, oh, I'm up against, but like either, oh, I need to specifically stop my opponent having this amount of DR for a particular thing, unlikely to be a massive deal, or my opponent's playing a, you know, Schrodinger's cat sort of heal out of damage kind of, so a play stop out of damage kind of thing. I want to DR that specific card so we can't play that. That's a sort of reasonable thing. More impactful though, no shenanigans allowed. All players cannot use OD and TD. So if you're playing a deck that does not give a shit about OD and TD, suddenly you can really make potentially your opponent's life very difficult. There's a lot of TD effects in the game now. A reasonable amount of OD, but a lot of TD. Some of the best effects in the game. So interesting. I think, you know, potentially this could be really good. I have no idea how strong it's going to be. It's really going to come down to testing, but I think there is strong potential here for sure. Psycho Gun. Firepower and technology, so those are very relevant. Level 2. Timing, instant action. Discount, you can DR3 or put 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to instead play this for 0. This event can also be played directly from your hand. Choose 1 or more enemy units and divide 3 damage among them. This is a really interesting card. You know, being able to play it for free is immediately something that makes you go, okay, all right, and from hand. If you can buff this up to 4 damage, I think it's a lot better. It's like with the Guns and Gold Armor or something, but still 3 is not bad. I think this is really nice. I don't know how good it is. I really don't know how good it is. I will just have to test it and just see how the meta shakes up. Because there's a lot of high HP things running around. I have no clue. But being able to just play this for 3 is very, very solid. So yeah, I think this could be very spicy. We'll see. Final card is, and I apologise for the way this is getting shown. I have a source who already has English product. Shout outs to you, you know who you are. So that's why I'm going to have some spicy info for you on Saturday, which is why you should subscribe and hit the bell. Here is a leak, English version of the card of Parzival. This is a martial skill level 0. Interesting. Timing, instant action. This event can also be played directly from your hand. Choose 1 allied unit. Until the end of the turn, the chosen unit cannot be destroyed by anything other than damage, i.e. only attacks. Or burn. So no abilities, no effects, nothing that goes like destroy this card, right? Very, very interesting. I have no clue how good this is going to be. I have no idea. You know, this plus an Aras, which cannot be dealt effect damage, means you can only deal with something by attacks. And you know, if you also have like just a flesh wound or something, it's fucking good luck. You can't kill the Aras if you have that full combo, which is pretty cool, but unlikely to occur. Yeah, I just think this is a cool card. I think it's pretty good. So that's it for the set. We have the whole set finally. I hope you guys are all very excited. So set releases in a week. Video schedules upcoming is going to be Saturday. Is going to be an exclusive little video there. So subscribe for that. Monday next week is going to be oh, there we go, Facebook notifications. Wow, I really should turn those off. Monday is going to be some essential pickups from set 2, I believe that's what that's going to be. Set 2 essential pickups, and end of the week is box opening time, baby. Box openings, and then loads of deck profiles. I can speak English coming up. Subscribe to the channel to see those. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on the set. Are you excited? Are you gassed? I need it in my life now. I want a Lucifer, a AiboAcademy player so bad. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.